Hi, Hallie here. Thank you for jumping in on Hallie's Creations. I hope you enjoy this next share. And without any further ado, let's do this. Don't forget to subscribe and notify, for you won't miss out on any more videos. This is a bridal bouquet holder where I took the black lace that had the embellished beading on it and modpodged it to the handle. Now that's on another share if you want to learn how to do that. It will be in the cards and linked in my playlist. So you're welcome to jump on and do that if you'd like to see how to make that bouquet holder. Right here we are going to make the bow. We're going to loop it 3 times, what I call 3 bunny ears. 1, 2, 3, and notice how I'm wrapping it. I'm not going back and forth. That keeps the pretty part of the bow if it's one side flat, one side sparkly. Fold it in half to find your center, and then we're going to give it just a tiny little snip, just a little snip, because you don't want it to fall apart. And we are going to use a zip tie. You can use a pipe cleaner. You can also use ribbon if you don't have that, to pull that together and secure it. Now that we've secured it, we're going to trim the zip tie, and we're going to lay this to the side for a second, and we are just going to simply wrap that ribbon. Look at that, 9 feet of ribbon is what it takes to do this one particular bow style. So anyway, back on track. We are going to wrap that one time, knot it, and make it lay flat. Make sure it looks pretty on there, nice and smooth. And I go up and down on here before I can do a flat tie on it to bring that bow together, as you can see here. Now that we have that on, we're going to fluff out the bow. It's so fluffy. It's going to make it cute and fluffy. Now, if you don't want all those tails, you only want 2, just trim off the other 2, cut them short, and they'll pop right in there and look really cute. If not, I like having a lot of fluffy end ribbon. So we're just going to use this little vase to tuck this down in here and create our bouquet now. This is the bouquet my granddaughters put together. It was cute. They were sitting there on FaceTime, little sisters here at my home for the April spring break, and big sister who's getting married was back home in Washington, and they FaceTime and designed their bouquet. Now keep in mind when you're cutting your florals that you want to leave them long enough to build a dome. You don't want them to go flat right onto that bouquet holder. See how that on top has a gap there? That's a good thing. So don't cut them all the way down. If you do, it's just, you're not going to have room to build your actual bouquet out. You want to leave them about 1 to 2 inches long, depending on the style you want to go for. Notice too, I'm dipping them into hot glue. That's what that is there. You can use your glue gun. Totally fine. I just have that little glue pot, and it works pretty good for when I'm dipping florals. And you're just going to build your bouquet out. All that gobbledygook, that string from the glue, just let it dry and it'll peel right off. Don't try to peel it off when it's wet, because it gets sticky and yucky, and yeah, you don't want to do that. So just continue to build your bouquet. I'm sure by now you've noticed some of the flowers have paint on them. That was the bride's request. She wanted black paint splattered and sprayed onto the flowers to bring it all together. And so we did that. I also used a little snow to make that pop. The spray snow you get for Christmas, I usually buy a couple of extra cans for the year. So now we are just going to continue to build our bouquet. You'll notice we're using different dimensions of flowers. We have some big fluffy flowers and then smaller flowers. The smaller flowers are great for accents, such as baby's breath as well, which you'll see coming down into that. But my granddaughter actually went through all my supplies and picked out what she wanted to put together for Big Sister. Now we are going to add some leaves to this. And I like to frame the bottom of my bouquets, not always, but with some leaves. It just gives it that extra pop and finish look. And you'll also see as we build this bouquet out more, there's going to be a gap, and we're going to take care of that as well. Here's something to keep in mind as well as when you're building out your bouquets. When you're said and done, and if you're not happy about it, see that gap there? You can always take it apart and do it again. So on the gap, I decided to use some of the petals from some of the other flowers that we already have incorporated into the bouquet, just to give it that finished look. Because you don't want that all bare and ugly looking down there. At least I don't. I like things to be finished off. So we just trimmed down some petals off of one of the flowers. And now we're just simply placing them underneath the greenery just to finish it off. And that's pretty much it. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy to make a bridal bouquet. The biggest thing is just remembering to leave that gap to build your dome. You want to cut your stems long enough. And like I always say, it's better to cut long because once you cut it, you can't go back. You can always trim it down though. So add your little baby breath, some accents, which you're going to see here. We have some red glitter ball type accents we're going to put into this, just to bring it all together. There you go. There they are. I actually picked these up after Christmas. These are those Christmas embellishments because I knew I could use them for bridal or for Valentine's Day. So remember what I always say, if you get your supplies after the holidays, you could make some really beautiful projects for half, if not more, the cost. And then on here, see how those little balls are sticking out? We're just simply going to go through now and trim them up to blend in with the bouquet. And I just trimmed them down to the ball for they're nice and clean. Fluff out your bow again. Give it a little pop of snow just to give it. See that? I love that, how that lace is on there. That was so much fun. And that's done with Mod Podge. And remember, that's on another share. So to do this bouquet holder, there's another share to show you how to do that. Trimming those balls up again. Spritzing just a tiny bit of the snow on there just to tie it all together to make it match. And we're actually going to put a little bit of glitter spray on this as well. Just a lightly spray. It's just snow you get from Christmas. Now the glitter, we're going to pop that on there, and that will tie it together with the glitter bow that's on there. Make it all match. Also, the glitter is sealing in the snow for it doesn't get bumped off and flake off. And there you go. Bam! Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun with this share as much as I did making it for you. And until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. And peace out. Don't forget to subscribe and set that notify.